Okay, so hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the video where I react to one of Jocko Willink's YouTube video. It's called "Does Jiu-Jitsu Ruin Lives?" And yeah, let's get right into it.
This is the Jocko Underground Podcast number 171. Sitting here with Echo Charles, getting ready to answer some of your questions and provide courses of actions, things to consider, perhaps some immediate actions to take to send you down the path in a very positive way. So let's get to it.
Before I read this, can I tell you that I wish I had this outfit when I was younger?
Yeah, you and me both.
Would have helped. All right. Hi, Jocko Echo. I love the podcast. I've been a long-time listener. I got started in jiu-jitsu because of your podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Currently a purple belt and have dealt with some pretty gnarly injuries, including a torn ACL and multi-level disc replacement in my neck. Every time I get injured, everyone tells me I need to quit. And their argument makes sense. I lose time from work, training, and when I get injured. I also have spent probably $20,000 on medical bills between surgeries, PT, and other ways of recovering from jiu-jitsu. Can't seem to...
Yeah, that sounds like it's something that you definitely kind of need to calm down a bit if you're always getting injured all the time, and definitely spending $20,000. That is just crazy. I'm lucky that I haven't been injured yet. You know what I mean? I'm lucky I haven't torn an ACL or hurt my back or anything. But damn, I think at that point, was it worth it?
pull myself off the mats and love training maybe more than anything, but can't help but wonder if Craig Jones is right, that jiu-jitsu ruins more lives than it's...
I think it's just sometimes when you love something, like for doing something like jujitsu, sometimes it just doesn't fit other people. Like it's not for other people. It's not for everybody is what I mean. I remember we had this one guy come into the gym. This was when I was like, like brand new, and they wanted to try jiu-jitsu. They signed up and everything. And for the first roll, they I think they cracked a rib or something. And like during a roll, it wasn't me that I was rolling with them. It was like, yeah, it was just like with like I think it was a purple belt, and with this brand new guy, and the purple belt wasn't even going hard. But the purple belt felt bad and asked like, oh, how did that happen? And the guy just said, oh no, it's my fault. Because the guy had some kind of bone issue, what's it like? It's like he was born with weak bones. It's a condition. I forgot what's it called, but yeah, he just explained that his bones are just fragile and they're easy to break, So it wasn't the purple belt's fault for doing anything during a roll. It was just on him. And after that, we didn't see him again. And it's just, it's either be very careful, because jiu-jitsu is pretty much like, I mean, jiu-jitsu is pretty safe, but with the with the wrong type of people, it can be dangerous. So yeah.
Saves. Should I stay on the mats and keep training, or find a more safe activity? If I stay, how should I change my training? I love working stand up, but wondering if I should become a guard puller.
Well, so there's a lot of variables here that we don't have all of them, because there's some details missing, but you know what, we can make some assumptions or provide some overall guidance. First of all, can you keep training? The answer is yes, you can keep training, but it does sound like your training may need some adjustment. My guess is, and this is an assumption, my guess is you need to chill. That's my guess. Yeah. My guess is you need to chill. You probably need to get more chill training partners. My guess is you need to drill more and train roll live a little less, maybe play more games in jiu-jitsu, maybe a little bit of that ecological approach. Maybe, yes, absolutely become a guard puller, but more important, don't train a bunch of stand-up because your chances of getting hurt increased quite a bit. Adjust your game to protect your neck. You know that inverted roll that you do? You know that sacrifice that you make getting your head pulled when you go in?
I don't know why. When he just said the inverted stuff with the neck, it just makes me feel like I want to crack my own neck. Okay. That feels a lot better.
For the deep half guard and all that, got to make some adjustments to your game. So those are my immediate thoughts, right? Now, if you are already super chill and you already roll to protect your neck and you already don't do stand up and you already don't roll hard and you're still getting hurt this much, you need to take all that stuff down another level. Now maybe you're just learning the techniques, right? I've had people over the years that did not train jiu-jitsu, but they learned the techniques. They couldn't train jiu-jitsu for a variety of reasons. Maybe they had, whatever, just a variety of reasons. They can't actually train. They can't actually roll. They want to know the moves. They appreciate the game. And so they learn jiu-jitsu. You could get to a point where that happens. Would that be hard for the jiu-jitsu junkie like you to, do that and keep off the mats? Yeah, but if the alternative is being all dinged up, then we can't do anything else. I love jiu-jitsu. I absolutely love jiu-jitsu. But if it meant I couldn't work out, couldn't surf, couldn't ski, couldn't run, there's a point where that rest of that physical activity I want to be able to do. So, but I don't think I'll ever have to make that sacrifice because I think I can train in a way that I don't have to sacrifice my body. So that's what I would think about.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. For me, I literally stopped doing like a lot of stupid shit that I used to do when I first started doing jiu-jitsu. I mean, there were a lot of cool moves online that I would try to put into my own game, like rubber guard. And, I thought rubber guard was pretty cool, but honestly, I felt like it was bad for my knees in the long run. And thank God for Coach Jay for kind of warning me, in the beginning when he first spotted me trying to pull up rubber guard on everybody. Yeah, he's like, hey, it's gonna mess up your knees if you're fine with that. And yeah, it had me thinking, I kind of like my knees. I want to run. I want to move around. I don't want to have any issues in the long run. So yeah, I stopped using rubber guard. I stopped doing a lot of stupid shit. Stopped doing a lot of cool techniques I saw on Instagram. And I just worked on the fundamentals and basics and really kind of focus on them and really play it safe, especially when it comes to, rolling with the right partners. Or, sometimes I'll avoid people who, I could sense that they might, I feel like they're just too rough or they're just too fast or they just really, there's risk of injury in the back of my mind. And I would, politely decline the role. I just don't want to push my body. And if I need a break, I would just sit down and I don't really care if anyone kind of calls me out for just sitting down. I'm watching out for myself. I know my limits and my brain just farted anyways. I know how much I kind of want out of jiu-jitsu and especially injury is not worth it. I've competed in tournaments about a couple times already. And, tournaments are completely different during just a friendly gym roll. Tournaments are more very serious. It's so fast. They're ripping ankle locks, they're ripping arm bars. It's after experiencing a couple of tournaments, I just kind of felt it wasn't really worth it. You know what I mean? I watched people get injured during those competitions and I felt like this is just a local tournament. We're getting injured and after that, what? We're going to get maybe a plastic medal that's saying that we're the best. out of everyone. It like there's no prize money. There's really like what you if I get injured after that, yeah, I can't work. I can't do any other stuff, and I have to wait for my who knows what gets breaking. My arm gets broken. Now I can't play video games, or I can't like do much around the house. Um, my leg gets broken. Well, there we go. It can't really work that well or be that effective. Yeah, it's definitely not worth it. And yeah, I remember I so far I count how many times I kind of broken someone's stuff. I broke like what? I think I broke two people's ankles, and I think I tore someone's ACL during a tournament. Um and another ankle during like just when I was visiting a gym. And yeah, that wasn't really fun. But yeah, I mean, every time I like break someone's thing, I just felt really bad. Like I don't know why. Every time like I hear bone cracked, I just want to throw up, and I felt really bad. And competitions, it happens, and after I broke one of this guy's um ankle, or yeah, ankle or, I forgot that middle part of the foot, but anyways, after I broke it, I could feel like I felt it. I definitely felt, like, multiple pops on that foot, and after I did it, I felt really bad. Of course, I got the win, and my team was cheering me on, my friends were cheering me on, but when I look at that guy, he was just limping over, and yeah, I just felt really bad because it's gonna affect him. It's not like after this tournament. No, it's definitely gonna affect him. Uh yeah, it's a really shitty situation. I felt really bad. And I guess I stopped competing because I don't know. It's just like I broke someone's thing. I got a plastic medal. I mean, it didn't feel good. I met a lot of cool people, but I think when I messed the other guy's, you know, arm or leg, yeah, I just felt really bad. And in some cases, right after I broke it, I just want to puke because I don't know. I guess I'm not that like strong stomach. You know what I mean? I don't have a strong stomach when it comes to those things. But anyways, let's continue on this video.
I would think about chilling more. I would think about using more technique. I would think about playing some of these ecological games where the goal isn't to submit the other person and rip their head off. The goal is to get the underhooks. The goal is to sweep, right? The goal is to get the sweep. The goal is to not get swept. The goal is to get the inside leg entanglement. Like what? Play some games and have some fun. You don't have to freaking go crazy every time. And then, yeah, if you're training a bunch of stand-up and you've already been injured, you've already hurt your ACL, it might be time to chill on the stand-up a little bit. What did I miss, Echo Charles?
To be honest, I don't know if I could put it better. That chill part, because in a nutshell, that's real.
And chill training partners, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it is hard to avoid training partners mentally. When someone asks to roll and then you say no to one guy and then 30 seconds later you say yes to this other guy. It's like that. I understand that that's a little bit.
Yeah, until you get injured a bunch and you're like, you know what, dude, I'm not training with this dude. Like, let your ego go.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you don't like me? Cool. I got hurt with you twice and I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah, that's real.
There's another little note that I have here, which is I've known people that have never trained jiu-jitsu a day in their life and got neck surgery with, disc replacements or fusions. Yeah. Never trained jiu-jitsu. I've known people that have never done anything active, didn't play football, didn't play rugby, and got disc replacements in their neck, disc replacements in their lower back, fusion in their lower back, fusion in their neck. I've known people that played soccer, basketball, surfing, squash.
People always say there's a risk of everything. If you really enjoy it, just like, hey, take the risk. But again, there's like a balance. Like, hey, take the risk to just have fun. Like, hey, if it's money involved, hey, I'll take a little risk. But if it's just fun, then I really want to be as little risk as I can when it comes to those things. Anyways, keep going.
Squash, tennis, badminton, just any sport that got ACL surgery. I've known people that got ACL surgery after they got out of the car and stepped funny on the curb, after they stepped on the dog toy when it was walking down the stairs at night. Like, there are things that happen. Now, in my opinion, I don't know how much this dude is lifting and doing mobility, because if you're not lifting, your chance of getting hurt are a lot higher. That's across the board. That's getting out of your car, stepping on the curb. That's stepping on the dog toy. That's playing a pickup game of basketball. If you don't lift weights and you don't do pull-ups, push-ups, dips, and squats and deadlifts and overhead presses and overhead squats, and if you don't, and kettlebell swings and snatches, if you're not doing these things, your body ain't ready for this. And I'll tell you what, dude. I can tell you, like, this is fresh in my mind. I did squats today. Getting under the bar right now, getting the shoulders warmed up. I used to not even think about, you get under the bar, do a squat. Right. But right now, there is a 1 minute to 90 second stretch to get in position, to get loosened up, to get in position under the bar for a regular squat. Yeah. If I wasn't doing that, when my shoulders get stretched out, right. When I got freaking put in an Americana, or when I got put in a Kimura, that's when I would get stretched. So you have to keep moving in order to keep moving. Thanks, Dr. Luke, on that one. Right? You've got to keep moving if you're going to keep moving. To just do jiu-jitsu, you can get away with it when you're 20. You can get away with it when you're 25. But you're not going to get away with it when you're 29 and 32 and
Yep, he's calling out my age. Right now, I am 29. And I can tell you, compared to when I was 20, 25, right now, I feel it. My body's like slowing down. I'm just recognizing the little things here and there and paying really close attention to how my body reacts. And I can tell you, I'm not as strong as I used to be. I'm not as, like, I guess maybe in the mindset, not as motivated. And I just feel like, yeah, I'm slower. I'm definitely more slower. And yeah, it's just reality, right? We can't always be this young, explosive, put it all to 100% all the time. Unless you're David Goggins, I guess, but not everyone can be a David Goggins, for crying out loud. But yeah, I'm going through, I'm waiting for my 30s, and I'm preparing. I'm accepting the fact that, hey, I don't plan to be world champion. I gotta destroy this ego of mine. Well, I mean, I think this ego of mine is pretty, like, in jiu-jitsu or being athletic, it's pretty long, kind of dead. The only thing I'm more focused on is being the best version of myself, the best way I can in my own limits, and being realistic about how in my athleticism, excuse me. But yeah, that's just me and how I'm kind of trying to accept that. Yeah, it's it can be hard for some people, you were young, you feel like you're on top of the world and you have so much potential, but as you get older, every year, it just slowly creeps up on you. And yeah, I see it in other people. Some people just can't let go. They push it, they try to keep pushing it until, one day it just clicks. Either they get injured, they have some sort of epiphany, they realize that they're not getting any better. And sometimes when reality finally hits them, it can be crushing, it can be depressing. And I think I have gone through that in a weird way. Not that it completely crushed me. I believe that, I always have purpose in life. And my purpose is like, okay, cool. It's always good to feel like I feel good after lifting heavy, working out. But at the end, it's like, yeah, that's it. I feel good. I'm working out my body and stuff. But at the end of the day, like, you know, as we get older, muscles, strength starts to fade much quicker. And I realize that I changed my purpose more of focusing instead of, working on my body, let's work on my mind and try to improve the brain because I think knowledge, the brain, it lasts a much more. I don't know how do I put it in words. It lasts a lot longer than the body. You know what I mean? Keep your mind, your brain sharp. That's why I always really. That's why I'm really enthusiastic when it comes to learning and trying to find better ways to learn, especially in languages. Finding easier ways to learn martial arts, finding easier way to just do whatever. And if I feel like if I can make it easier, make it my purpose, um, to make it easier for other people to learn, I feel like I'm doing a good service. And I feel like that's how I'm carrying myself uh, when it comes to these things. And I feel like, I'm just leaving that kind of mark in the world. And that's kind of become my purpose of why I made these uh, videos on how to learn martial art techniques. Um, and, hopefully after this video, I'll drop a video on how to learn languages, vocabulary, much easier later on after this video. But anyways, yeah, sometimes you gotta, not put all your eggs on one basket. I know a couple people who, when it comes to martial arts or like jujitsu, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, yeah, they're definitely putting all their eggs in one basket. I mean, I think, um, I think, hey, it's on them. They want to live how they want to live, and if jujitsu is their obsession, their passion, and this is like they gone up on this hill and they'll die on this hill, then hey, it's good for them. I support that. Hey, that's their decision. But man, I've seen some people go through rough times because of that passion. I mean, I think one of the practitioners that I met, I don't know the full story, but I'm sure that he really likes Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I think he over time, I guess his girlfriend dumped him because of it, and he became homeless because of that. But to him, he has such a good attitude where he's like, well, at least I got jujitsu. At least if I can still do jujitsu, nothing matters. But you know, it, it's kind of like, yeah, it's rough though. It's not like he really keep focus. You know what I mean? And I feel like, for me, uh, jujitsu is not like everything. Jiu-jitsu is just a part of my life, and just like a buffet, I have many other dishes I want to enjoy, and jiu-jitsu is just a part of that dish. And yeah, of course, I really want to be like maybe if I can get one day black belt level. I know it's gonna take a lot of effort and dedication and patience, but if I can make it to that level, hey, I'm happy. But I'm not obsessed with it. I'm more be like, hey, it happens. I'm just having fun with jujitsu. or participating in martial arts. Um, but yeah, no, it's just yeah, find your purpose, guys. Just find your purpose.
35 and 40 and 42 and 47 and 50 and 53. You got to lift, you got to work out, you got to train.
Yeah.
So, interestingly, in this question, unless I missed it, nowhere does he say, I train jiu-jitsu, I lift, I do calisthenics, I do sun salutation every morning, and I measure my progress. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing that in here. Makes me a little bit nervous. Do you have a stretching protocol? Because if you don't, you need to have one. Are you lifting? Because if you don't, you need to be. If you haven't, you need to start. So I will throw those out there. But all that being said, ACLs get blown out.
Oof. Yeah. I don't want to think about that.
Neck issues happen.
Yep.
Shoulder injuries happen.
Yep.
And that's regardless if you're doing jiu-jitsu, playing basketball, playing soccer, anything. Picking up your kid. Throwing your kid up in the air, boom, tore my labrum. That stuff happens to people. Especially people that ain't getting it.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, again, jiu-jitsu's not for everybody. And some people, dude, if you know, it's like sometimes you gotta give up the idea of being world champion because, hey, dude, that's really hard. Um, yeah, just do jiu-jitsu for fun, right? Go work on the techniques. You don't have to be competitive. You don't have to be like the best on the mats. You don't have to be any of that. You know what I mean? Just do jiu-jitsu like doing yoga. Do the poses. Kind of feel like it's more like a meditative, it's an escape, escape from the stress out of your job, just life, enjoy it, because it's like martial arts is, it's like, it's supposed to be meditative at this point. It's supposed to be recreational, right? And of course, there's self-defense implications for it, right? You can use it to protect yourself. But dude, we're living in like the modern ages, right? I mean, martial arts used to be like, yeah, like uh like a must to know, right? If back then before guns and everything. Yeah, if we live in a time where like guns didn't exist, swords didn't exist, whatever, and it's a society with just our hands, our fists, our legs, our body to just fight, then yeah, martial arts, you gotta have that. But nowadays, yeah, martial arts is just recreational. It's peaceful. It's fun, right? There's a lot of philosophy that I came across when it comes to martial arts. There's two type of thinking. Either it's peaceful, recreational, and it's a kind of like mindfulness, meditative. And then the second one is like, no, if you want the best martial arts, well, considering guns or like swords, weapons, or any weapon that you have advantage over the other guy, that's true martial arts. Because, martial arts is used for, offing the other guy as the most effective, strongest way possible. That's the other type of thinking, right? So if you're trying to learn jiu-jitsu or any type of martial arts now that you think it's the best and you can feel like a badass in, trust me, dude, that ain't happening. You're not Batman, you're not Ip Man, you're not Jackie Chan or whatever. You're just, if you don't have, you can have the best martial arts, and if someone pulls a gun on you, good luck. That's accept reality. That's how it is. But if you're trying to be world champion, man, people have died trying to train to be world champion and to make it to the top. I think some guy, a second world champion jiu-jitsu player, died because I think he pushed his body too much, and he also took steroids, and yeah, his heart failed, and yeah, he was second best world champion, but he passed away. Was it worth your life like that? To me, that's not worth it. You know, there's so much to life. And yeah, I just think um when it comes to the sport of jiu-jitsu, because jiu-jitsu is really a hard barrier to entry, because once people finally learn all the fundamentals and basics, they make it, they spent 4 years enduring to finally get that blue belt. Yeah, you know, I can get the sense that they invested so much into this. It's like sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy is like where you put as much belief, effort, and invest so much resource into this one thing, but this one thing is just falling down over time, right? And yeah, I know. It's just like to invest all that time to something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I give credit to where credit is due, but if it's detrimental to your health and your well-being, then I don't know. It's just there's that thin line you have to really look at and really tell yourself like for whatever you do in life, wherever whatever hobby, right? What it was it worth it at the end of putting all this time and energy and effort in, right? And sometimes you gotta let it go. Let it go and try and enjoy something new. Always experience trying something new and always work on other aspects of your life. Don't put all your eggs into this one thing and hopefully it will work. I think that's asking for disaster. I mean, sometimes the idea works, like, you know, could work for like Gordon Ryan or Nicky Ryan or all these other top level jujitsu players who have made it to the peak level and they're millionaires now and they're doing what they love and making money out of it. Yeah, but that's not for everybody. Not everyone can get to that level. Not anyone can drop out of high school like Nicky Ryan to just pursue this jujitsu thing and be successful at it. Like people who drop out, the statistic shows that people who drop out early in their schooling aren't as successful as the people who stuck it through, endured, have that grit to finish, find what they want that makes money, get it, and now they're high top earners who are making a lot of money. You know, we can have a debate on like, oh, it's does college actually uh, produce those type of people? I mean, yeah, you know, you flop, you pick the wrong major that doesn't even pay well, or too bad AI took it. But you know, as long as you're smart and you see what's in demand and put your time and effort to the right things, it could, you know, yeah, yield greatly. But yeah, yeah, the video was good on he's going this is a checklist. This full episode includes can jujitsu ruin lives? Okay. Is past cheating a red flag for future what? Is past cheating a red flag for the future? Okay. How to recover from embarrassing outbursts. More. Okay, well, this is going out of hand right here. Um yeah, I'm not gonna go into that. Is past cheating a red flag for the future? Yeah, I have no idea. But anyways, guys, yeah, you know, I hope you enjoyed watching me kind of like go on a tangent and expressing my opinions. But overall, I'm just a hobbyist. I just want to do something, have fun in it, and just enjoy it. You know, to enjoy the life the best way I can. And yeah, and I hope you guys are doing. I hope you guys are doing the same way, and I hope my methods are helping you guys out to achieve that goal. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll hopefully catch you on the next video. Thanks.